All right, so how long does it take to develop a new habit? Well, it depends. The time frame could be any length from 1 second to several years. The speed of new habit pattern development is really determined by the intensity of the emotions that accompany the decision when we begin acting in a particular way. Many people talk about, I want to lose weight, I want to get fit, and this can go on for so many years. But then one day, if they go to the doctor and the doctor says, look, if you don't make a change right now, you're going to be at risk of dying at an early age. And then all of a sudden, they go get a gym membership, start working out, get a nutrition coach, and it seems like they make a change overnight. That's what's called a significant emotional experience. So, what is that? It's an experience that's so intense with joy or pain combined with a behavior, and it can create a habitual behavioral pattern change that'll stay with you the rest of your life. For example, if a kid puts his hand or her hand on a hot stove and it causes a lot of pain and shock, the experience only takes a second or two, but it'll stay with them the rest of their life, and they'll never touch a stove again unless they make sure it's not on. And this habit would have been formed instantly, but it would stay with them permanently. Experts have said it takes about 21 days to break or form a habit if it's medium complexity. And by that, I mean something pretty simple like waking up earlier in the morning to exercise or listening to a podcast in your car or planning your day in advance. These types of habits are you would call them medium complexity, and that means they're pretty easily developed through practice and repetition. Over the years, there's been a really simple seven-step methodology that's been determined to help with new pattern development. You can use it to develop any habit that you want to, and over time, you'll find it gets easier to incorporate these things into your personality. So, the first step is you must make a decision. Decide clearly that you're going to begin acting in this specific way all the time, whenever the behavior is required. For example, if you decide you're going to get up early in the morning and exercise at a certain time, when the alarm goes off, get up immediately, put on your workout clothes, and start exercising. Second, never allow an exception to the new habit while it's in its formative stage. Don't make excuses or rationalize, and don't let yourself off the hook. If you say, I'm getting up at 5 a.m. to work out every morning, discipline yourself to get up at 5 a.m. every day until it becomes automatic. Even on the days when you're tired, just get up and do something. Third, tell yourself and tell others that you're going to begin practicing this particular habit. It's amazing how much more disciplined you'll become when you tell other people what you're about to start doing. It's like you develop this willpower that you won't get if you're just doing it on your own, because you want to see if they are able to see you follow through. The fourth key is developing a habit of visualizing yourself performing in this specific way each day. The more often you visualize yourself acting as if you've already developed the new habit, the more rapidly this habit will be accepted by your subconscious brain, and eventually it becomes automatic. Fifth, you need to create an affirmation that you can repeat over and over to yourself. This repetition dramatically increases the speed in which you develop the new habit. For example, you could say, I get up and get going immediately at 5 a.m. each morning. Repeat these words last thing before you fall asleep every night. In most cases, you'll automatically wake up a few minutes before the alarm clock goes off at 5 a.m. Pretty soon, you won't even need the alarm at all. Sixth, resolve to persist in the new behavior until it's so automatic that it's easy to actually feel uncomfortable when you don't do what you're deciding to do. This is a big one, but I have an example in my own life. When I first started to drink as a younger high school age, I developed a bad habit with drinking. My first few experiences with drinking were really intense and powerful. So then I quickly developed this bad habit of drinking in social situations that went on for many years. But after my son was born in 2013, I resolved that I was not going to get drunk again. And at first, it was really hard to go out and be social. I'd pretty much never been out sober my whole adult life. But over time, it became so normal that now if I'm actually around drunk people, it feels completely uncomfortable. So for 15 years, a bar full of buffoonery was like my second home. But after making this resolution to permanently break that bad habit, I'd rather extract my own wisdom tooth than go and be around a bunch of drunks. So with great consistency and some patience, this realignment can really happen in your life, and these good habits can be built. And finally, number 7, the most important thing would be to give yourself a reward of some kind after you've practiced the new behavior. Each time you reward yourself, you're going to reinforce the behavior. So soon you begin to associate it with like you get some pleasure every time you do this new behavior. You set your own force field of positive consequences, and it makes you look forward to it as a result of engaging in the behavior that you've decided upon. Now, in closing, remember that 95% of what you achieve in life or don't achieve is because of habits. The rule is to form good habits and then make them your masters.